aya no kwasam say ye ba bedi okwo ye wie ye gusu ekona ebum ebi mu hon mo pe mo ho asem o ye se asem mpe dipa na ebum nipa de pe ne ho asem ampa esa story aya trendy ene you know uti mu se obi sheda pe ne ho asem pa odo fe mo kwa ba fambra ke sabiti na oni se mama part Agradaa sa bana wa ba no ebusu ye kire nwokura sa sunso na mo ba bia ko pe ne ho asem e ma sa bre ne to ye hyehye ha esem de bebre wo fie ne ye ba bedi hu nkomo na answer ne be so se ene ne da ne dikan e na wa pie channel yi so wo be subscribe ma ye wo be share be like na comment no wo di ato ase e di ma ye kama wo bia no follow Facebook and na TikTok KSAB TV menenu nkomo bebre na ne ye ba bedi ne fie ha the tiani say yenga ni mse mama part Agradaa ai ye release no e third match e na ye release no so Moses man videos no info man third match e na ye release no oba back from prison and the oba no hwe se ne mama asi coming down na ade ade say mama part say no ne match say we say wasesa nkasa na bi mu say wo hwe de mama part ye ne we ye settings ankasa say wa wonim settings e chenya Agradaa de ye bechi watum aha na e chire njo kura ba na wa ba na chire njo manfo be na edi nkomo say e was say one sanso ko back because ye team more 15 years na yanka say twa 1 year pe na ye sanso nyi we no ade say na amben enti ko bebre na e na e twego rap rasta wa ba edi nkomo e de afa mama parts ne ba wa ba no say enche maame no obesanso akọ back to prison enti nkomo odi tujo
Agradaa would go back to prison. And this is a guy called Black Rasta saying this. Did Black Rasta really say that? What Black Rasta really said was that he has a feeling that Agradaa would go back to jail. And he gave his reasons and made that clear on his radio show right at 3 FM yesterday when Agradaa was freed. Now let's go straight up to the tape. And when we return, we got more. Watch this. I pray that Agradaa has really changed. I have never met Agradaa. I don't have any intentions meeting Agradaa. My prayer is that the influence that she has, she changes. But deep in my spirit, I feel that she would go back to prison. Because somebody who is used to stealing.
Agradaa besanso akoba na de amhabo eye papa yi ni video yi say omo Agradaa ene ne omo asem onu omo twe no ba kwa be kasa say onu de still na woni Agradaa enwie ye enti no Agradaa wo ene ma bebra se bebia wo se wo ye enti aso onu de guso ana na etwetan
mene mami Agradaa ene ne nkura ni case ni enwie na mami Agradaa side na attorney general man be paid for bargain and one year we enti aka ne boys na omo kan ho a won omo committee sa crime omo na omo side ni enwie eno nti na me bae
pacha na mo bae no mo say
na me bae no em say attorney general de nchise bia babeto na sha na attorney general de ma wo mo no omo nya ne attorney general enwie sa nchise no eno nti no ya sa mo grace period akokokosi 14th of next month say omunhwe say sa grace period na ye dia ma wo no totoye bia e wo so omu ni atoni je no totono e wo say omuwie sa totoye no ya nti so omu anwi a de wo chiri de me ntumi nka ho asem e ye ko
enti sadenti mama part na wakoso abompa eboni mu ayede yesa sese ne nema sisie ekeka ko no anhwa na wasanso akowachi san kofa wo ye njiti betimi asan akofa anytime ye pese sa beba biem eno ti niema ho boa ne hyehye wo so di gu akwa me niema timi etutwa no watumi ayebusua ya fe ni nchem e wo University of Ghana na student ni bia kasa omo chese omu hostel fees there ya dia ebo no omu ntumi kra
6,700 Ghana cedis for a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
Last year, much years.
6,550 Ghana cedis.
Who is selling board and I sell a board?
Yeah, they've increased the price, so like it's expensive. It's expensive, yeah, because the traditional hostels they are paying, and even that place we are paying prepaid. We pay prepaid. We also pay for Wi-Fi but when you come to the school hostels, for that one it's free. And I asked a friend, she said they are paying 7,000 for theirs is 7,000, but our place is 6,700 cedis. But as we are paying for prepaid and Wi-Fi, so I see it to be expensive. Yeah.
Then I pay by your family.
We'll be happy if they reduce the price for us.
Who hostel?
I'm non-resident.
But then what their family whole fees?
They are very expensive.
Yeah. What can you send a bonus?
Diaspora, which is relatively cheaper, is like 7,000 for the year. So, and last year it used to be 6,000. And the school fees have also increased. And I'm not really seeing a correlation between the increments of the school fees and the affordability of the hostels, because all the other private hostels are comparatively more expensive. You have parents who are paying like 11,000, 16,000, etc. And I don't think that's really good.
Did you ever catch the management?
I think a lot of things can be done about it if management actually cared about the plight of the people. And a lot is going on, so management can't turn a deaf ear and say that we don't know what is going on. People are actively speaking about it. I, for instance, would like to be resident, but I'm not resident because the hostel fees are quite expensive. And besides them being expensive, they're sort of unattainable too, because I've tried, I'm in level 300 now. I've tried to be resident since level 100.
Students are University of Ghana, come on, so they are to join the hostels. Fees, they are there, the boarding, your post, about the Saudi fees, ban, I was on to your hostel fee, and we prepaid the talk, and they water bill near the other one about the sun and what, and routine, benefit trading, a buono, and a bayer no more better so Cacadia more, what or more, bet me I had my woman. Now I was saying, Nayabeka, lady beam, a famous TikToker, said. Edino, as almost as far, let the new video no eto so now. Me share the way not when you think a crabby diamond. Oh, now come here, say, come make kind deal. So, I tune it to spam. Me share Edino. Okay, so a dino ampa. Now come a person shading. So Moses fa. Vincent never win it to Suman. And Cosso. Me pension in Guasio. Yes, okay. And a famous TikToker Lopez, gay trendy, and trendy award training Nana said, or say MP, I visit a co Asafua, and I said Safua, Asafua. Say Nebekaya and Nakakani and a famous TikToker Lopez, lady trendy pan and the trendy award training Nana said, yes, one man. There's a one who's on who I am now, a simple Waukushiana, and near Yana, who said you busy fast. Gay, Eddie Betu, just or name MP Vincent, a quote, asafwa ehhehye ho anasa pana ba be pɛ no ma twese nkomo age oni di no abusua enya asem keto na ge yakwa kodi nkomo yi ama ene ya me no ka sei MP Vincent Esingen no na yenkonko tie yebo ka ye ho nkomo age oni edidi fa MP no ho se o sidi betu dwa se oni MP no ehhehye ho no na se MP no aba be se ne pe.
This man was in my DM not long ago. I would say 5 months and by it. And I come to TikTok today to realize that this man is married to another woman. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do. But this man was in my DM. This is evidence. When he tested me, I thought, oh, you know, I've been single for a long time. I've been complaining of being single for a long time. So he sent me a DM on Instagram. This is the evidence. In my head, I'm like, oh, finally, you know, I'm come to get to know a guy, and you know, probably to lead to marriage. When he tested me in a way of being interested in me as a woman. And of course, I was interested in him because before a guy sends me a DM and I'll even reply to your DM, I go on your page, I go and look at your pictures, your videos. If I'm okay, I'll reply your DM. So I did look at his pictures, I did look at his videos. I want you guys to look at this video to the end. I know I'm a comic content creator. Most of the times I come here to crack jokes, say things for people to laugh, you know. I don't really talk about my personal life and what I'm going through, but I am here because this is a man that months ago I was thinking, I went on a date with this man. I asked him, are you married? He said no. I asked him, do you have kids? Because the way I'm now, when you know with his structure, I was doubting, you know, at least so I asked, do you have kids? He said no. I asked, are you married? He said no. Honestly, at first sight, this man, let me say something, okay, putting all this problem issue aside, this man, cameras doesn't do justice to him. When you see him in real life, he's a very nice man. Look, sometimes, oh dear me or ba, no reply wa. It doesn't mean the lady is weak or a fool. Imagine if I continued a serious, intimate relationship with this man. And I say no beja miss you. Went on a beautiful date. It was nice. He paid the bill and all those kind of things. This is the DM. This is evidence that I met him. You can even see, say he even asked me of the bill. I think call date no it drew baby. He was like he wants to answer an urgent call, so he left me at the restaurant and he went to stand outside for I think a long time. So I was inside the place eating, and when I ate finished, he texted me. He was like, how much is the bill? Let me pay. And I was like, oh, the bill is 500 cedis. You can even see from the chat. So we did meet up. We had beautiful conversations, and on that day, I thought, say, maybe a chale, you know, and chebia awaria, you know, cause I liked him, like dead serious. And right now, I've blocked him, and the main reason why I blocked him is because.
Yes, I send the Asia. I said, what did you send out to Baby? You one. So, when it's a sem no be moma, and so Baby, you one now be a wisa sem no. We are right, a woman. Now, the attendance lady asked some more Babekan ye. MP Vincent, Abba Abbey, one, not maybe Sassa, not go be Bepel, now won't penna. Then the chassis almost so sham now, be Biase. Say a private, you can mean keep a private matters. If there was a member disclose, I was social media, and I just say a high class and a high level, and I just say, young so no. Say this say your call lines near there, the big on very secret. If another Bepel say yam pa, medium incur you may say a yam pa, so about Bepel crana, and yes, social media there was a woman disclosing all no beer who say, yea, oh, every night be say. As a Bepel one, Penelope as well, what they should trim. What is with no being was yes of a babon tabacas and say, Papa, some media mount, and peninsula some way, 1 year rasta ye didn't come on, or not about the unicorn assassin, and yes, I did name say, and it's here.
The exclusives. We decided to place a call to the MP. He didn't want to talk. He said, Black Pastor, I don't want to talk. But because of the respect I have for you, I can just say a few lines to you because I am angry. Why was he angry? He said his name was being torn into tatters by a lady he had never met. And as we were speaking, his lawyers had already written, signed, and sealed documents to take the young lady to court for defamation of character. Let's listen to him. And when we return, is that where it's going to end? Have you asked your lawyers to stop it once she has, apologized in a certain way or deleted the video? Would it end there?
Well, that would be in the realm of my lawyers as to how they will want to advise so that you find a way to deal with it. But for now, I'll wait on them to see if they want us to proceed on anything. But of course, in the court of public opinion, where people may think that this is true, I would want to assure them that this is not true. It is falsehood, palpable falsehood. It never happened anywhere. And it should be put into the trash.
Finally, this falsehood, supposed falsehood, has it affected your new marriage in any way?
To get her to apologize and to sue her. I also saw that the video had already been deleted. In this day and age, people use social media as a stress reliever to also change the image of people. And so I would want to put on record that it is not true. I think that there's something wrong with the lady, and this is absolutely what happened. This is absolutely what transpired. I've been busy, because of what happened on Saturday. I have just not been with my phone all the time. So it was only yesterday evening that I got to know. So as I said, it is not true. Nothing of the sort happened. As to why the lady doesn't even know my number, meanwhile she claims that I think she called back, but I was also in the mushroom. She followed up with a text saying that, do I want to order something and who is this? And writing as if she doesn't even know the person that she's speaking to. So I introduced myself to this honorable person. So far, I've seen an unpleasant video. I wanted to speak to you about it respectfully. So if you have time, you should. Then she said, okay, please, can we talk? Or please, we can talk. So when the second message came from her, I was like, are this the same person who says she has blocked me from everywhere? This is the same person who is saying that she has my number, she's been having conversations with me. So this is all not true. So clearly,
honorable so na no disima baba to dwa senior story ni sifa koye ye de girl dey kan no prebia ye wo and as opposed is for honorable we ni to suma me honorable Vincent honorable Vincent ni so na da say as resemblance in the crank ya say resemblance ne se pa so mo se kakra o fa be ka so bikura ne ba ana obi ni nua enti sa na tie ni ba wo ho no ma ya nkopɛ wo ho asaksa sisie no wo se wo see you girl no ana se wo see you girl no enti girl no de wo se wo ye no bia wo se wo mbra na wo mbe ye se na ye no kure se na ye no kure nka wo tra se de wa asem hye wutiri man kan konko wie ni sei ha tie konko wie story ne wo ene ye be hu yes motorfo mostly motor riders. Yes,
the same spot. What is
it? Basa. Na CCTV footage. CCTV footage be police ni bi adaroma wa boa review send accident the first way see. What say most of times say na fault no. If drivers ni riders na nkasa because CCTV footage no say wo hwe send videos ni esi fair kwa hu ni say enye ayi bia kwate say accident ni bia na bibisa na say na mo na say nhyehyeye omo mistake omo je and I go fa sa kwanhia no eba me sorry so na mo sa video no ena edi eja kwana miseka ye de sa secret CCTV footage no bobo baby anka ebeboa pa enti no na okode be man bi ni dia Jesus of Moses sister Becky eso e wo fidwe wi anu so mo bo ma etimi dwumedie ni ebe so muti eni na ye nhwe video na ye share e ma foforo so enya bi nhwe sene akwanhia esisi no kwanya fa so ba na ye hu yam furu so ne ye nhwe na ye adwuma na ye nweke e wo
another problem. And I'm not surprised that motorcycle has been prioritized in the news policy. It's supposed to stop for those going to Accra to say, and look at it. And that is what we see on daily basis. And this also subsists. People are illegally racing and misbehaving on the road, even around Mahmoud. And we also think that pedestrian lockdown has become a scar in the conscience of on our roads. And as drivers are supposed to move at 30 kilometers or between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour on our roads in Ghana. And it's also global and it's embedded in our law. And this one has to be self-compliant. But the law says that you cannot even drive onto where pedestrians are accessible. But let us see what happens. Neither those approaching or receding, neither of them is stopping. And the pedestrians are trapped. And you can see how they are going to be crushed. And I'm happy that with the new law coming, a new law has been introduced by the ministry in the road traffic legislation. The first time, red light has been criminalized. That when the light has turned red, signalized junction has turned red, you cannot drive even onto the line. You can't. You do that, and our camera is sensitive to that to capture it. Turn red, you can't drive onto it. They are all gone. They are all gone. So the champions are backing us. That the president of our country says that our Inspector General Police should be supported by the Minister of Interior, and then the Minister of Transport to bring change, because this cannot be the usual.